Matters concerning the economy on the one hand and industry on the other, including the steel industry, as well as the mining industry, were key messages that flowed from the rally Donald Trump just held. Donald Trump was speaking to people who earn their living in this very way in Pennsylvania, far from major metropolitan areas. A large part of the people who attended the rally were those who set up their businesses here and do work in these very industries, and they also consist of people with Polish backgrounds. Pact for the Future, adopted by acclamation, a declaration calling for action for future generations, a symbol of the beginning of change within the UN itself. Many different political interests intertwine and often collide. Consequently, reforming such an organization is not easy. Among other things, this Summit for the Future serves to show these perspectives of expected developments in the world for the future and how the United Nations should prepare and respond. The Polish president took part in the session of the Summit for the Future. Meanwhile, Andrzej Duda is meeting with Polish Americans, emphasizing their role in building American policy, extremely important for Poland today. If Poles, the Polish Americans, are to count, if American politicians of great stature are to pay attention to Poles and consider their opinion, they will do it only if Poles vote in large numbers. The Polish-American vote in the November elections in the United States matters a great deal. As commentators point out, there have been times when they have influenced who is in the White House. In 2016, when Trump won both Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, and indeed, if we looked at the analysis, county by county, the Polish vote clearly in 2016 helped Trump a great deal in claiming victory. And the election campaign is already in the final straight. The battle for the ones who haven't decided yet is underway.
They're going to let the Japanese buy it? I wouldn't let it happen. I'd help them so they can make the steel company good again. This was the biggest company in the world, the strongest company, had the biggest reputation. It represented our country, and now we're selling it to the Japanese.
Trump is betting on rebuilding domestic manufacturing. Regulating the export and import market, mainly from China, is supposed to help with this. This topic for Democrats is a touchy one. It is enough to say that Kamala Harris is yet to announce her economic plan.
I'm going to be giving a speech this week that is really to outline my vision for the economy. As you've heard me talk about, I believe in what we can create in terms of opportunity for the American people. I think it an opportunity economy.
Democrats refer to Poland mainly in the context of international power plays, primarily in the context of the war in Ukraine. Kamala Harris mentioned Poland when attacking Donald Trump during the last debate.
And why don't you tell the 800,000 Polish Americans right here in Pennsylvania how quickly you would give up for the sake of favor and what you think is a friendship with what is known to be a dictator who would eat you for lunch.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, has repeatedly referred to Polish Americans and even Polish values. This was also the case during his visit to Poland. The history of Poland is the history of people who never lost hope, who could not be broken. This was also the case now during the Polish president's visit to Pennsylvania. This is a wonderful day for our amazing Polish-American community. My great friend, Polish President Andrzej Duda, is at the National Shrine of Our Lady of Częstochowa in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, to honor and remember the brave heroes who fought for Poland's independence after World War II. It was the incredible example of Polish heroes throughout history that inspired the final words of my speech to brave Poles on July 6th, 2017. So together, let's all fight like the Poles, for family, for freedom, for country, and for God. According to most commentators, this election is expected to be one of the most important in decades. According to some, the strength of the United States may be the only guarantee for controlling the world's growing chaos. According to others, that strength will fuel that chaos. Both sides of the U.S. political scene declare that it is their formula for peace that is better.